Good morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here with another sunscreen review. This one is called Hello Sunday and this is the mineral one, SPF 50. There are at least 4 others in the range, in the Hello Sunday range, 4 other sunscreens. There's one called the Everyday one called the Multitasker or something like that, that's supposed to be a primer as well. But all the others have octocrylene in, and that's something that I personally try to avoid if I can, because there are plenty without it. So I'm trying the mineral one. This is 100% mineral. This is zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. This also has castor oil in it, which some people might like, some people might not, but I think that's nice. Makes it a more hydrating product. It says on the front here that it's got IR and blue light protection and also anti-pollution. And something to mention is it has UVB plus, and then it has UVA with a little circle around it. I don't think you're going to be able to see that because of the way I have my light in. I've noticed it's really difficult for you to see, but it says UVA and it has a circle around it. That means that this is probably UK / EU made and has to follow the regulations, which mean that the UVA protection must be equal to 1/3 of the SPF, because I know that some people are interested in, you're looking for that plus mark on it, but they don't all have that. But that means that it has got high UVA protection, so I'm happy with that. And just in case you weren't aware, that's what that means. And it's the same on the Carbon Theory one. It's got the UVA circle on it to mean that it has to follow those regulations. This one has no fragrance. It is vegan and cruelty free, which is great. And the claims are that it is hydrating. There's not huge claims on this other than, you know, is the mineral SPF, but it does claim that it's hydrating. And I do think that's nice for a mineral sunscreen, because I have used mineral sunscreens that haven't felt hydrating before, and this one does. The company Hello Sunday say that their kind of ethos, if you like, is to make SPF into daily skincare, to incorporate it into your daily skincare, to add antioxidants and blue light protection into everything. They use carnosine for blue light protection. And so I think that's really interesting, and I'm really on board with that, because that's something I've been doing personally for years anyway. As you know, I've never wanted to buy a sort of bog standard sun cream and put it on top of all my skincare. I've wanted my moisturiser to be my sunscreen and my sunscreen to be my moisturiser. And so that's the kind of ethos that they have, and that's what they're trying to do. So I applaud that. I can't see whether these whether the zinc is nano coated or not. It doesn't say. Probably not, because this is tinted, and because of that sort of cast, this is not a really lightweight invisible one, then it's probably not nano. So if that's really important to you, this might be a good one. There are mixed reviews here, and I wanted to read you the reviews actually, because this isn't well reviewed. Let me see, I think I got it from Beauty Bay. They do have their own website, but Beauty Bay is where I bought it. It actually only gets 3 stars on Beauty Bay, and there are 4 reviews. It says there's 5, oh no, 6. There's maybe some more reviews, some international ones. Okay, so let me read you what these say, because like I said, I think that they are interesting. So it says that I bought this as I was after a moisturising SPF. I like the idea of a tinted moisturiser. However, it applies really strangely, dries quickly as I'm applying it, and doesn't spread over my skin. It's heavy and drying. What's more, the tint is almost purple. It has a pretty glow, but if I apply too much, it makes my skin look grey. I thought that was interesting, because I don't find this heavy or drying at all. I found it very, very hydrating, but it's something that I guess it depends on your skin type. If you've got dry skin already, maybe you would find it dry. I don't know. My skin can be dry, and often things make it feel tight, and this certainly doesn't. And I'm using no other moisturiser. You know, I've tried it on its own with no other moisturiser. But that bit where she says it's almost purple and it makes her skin look grey, that's what I noticed this morning. It's a very strange colour. I don't want to waste it, so I've been applying a thin layer with a damp beauty blender, which is the only way I can get it to apply. Won't be repurchasing, fair enough. So she gave it 2 stars. The next one says, horrible smell and ghostly pale. It smells so bad. I'm extremely pale and the tint makes me look like a ghost. The consistency is horrible, feels incredibly cakey. Again, I don't think it is cakey, but the smell is hideous. And that is why I won't use this again. So I suppose that does look cakey, doesn't it? It does look cakey if you put it on thinly. And like I said, it takes a bit of rubbing in, but I don't find that it looks cakey. I find that it sits really well under makeup. Oh, but that smell is absolutely awful. Now, some people will smell different things, because over the years, I have mentioned that I can smell vinegar from the copper peptide from The Ordinary. I smelt fish from their rosehip oil, which a couple of people would say meant it had gone off. It didn't, because my husband cannot smell fish from it at all, and lots of you guys had left comments. We all smell things differently. We smell different components. And this, so you might not all smell this, and it is literally only as you put it on. You probably even might have noticed when I was showing you the video of me putting it on this morning, I didn't want to put it on again, but I wanted to put it on and record. I wanted you to see how it applied, obviously. And I thought, damn it, I've got to put this thing on again. And as I first put it on, I'm like, that's horrible. I don't know what it smells like. It reminds me from a line in Friends. The first thing I thought was, oh my God, that smells like feet. It just doesn't smell nice. No, it's not. It's like a damp, you know, like if you ever forget your washing and you leave it in the washing machine for a couple of days. It smells like that. It's really not nice at all. So I agree with that. It smells so bad. It does. It smells so bad. But it is only as you put it on and it instantly disappears. But for me, that's a no-no, because I like everything else about it. But I just don't want to put something on that smells so bad. Somebody else says lightweight and hard wearing. So that person that says horrible smell gave it a 1 star. The next person gave it 5 stars, said lightweight and hard wearing SPF. No heavy smell or feeling. So they obviously can't smell anything from it. Have worn comfortably all day without irritation to my acne prone skin. Somebody else says kind to acne, doesn't pill, no white cast for me. After years of acne flare-ups due to daily SPF, I decided to give a mineral sunscreen a go. Love that includes pollution protection. Little worried about the tinted formula, but it didn't give me any coverage, which was good. After reading, it's not a cosmetic tint. I don't know really what that means, to be honest, but I'm fairly mid-Caucasian skin toned. Definitely don't feel like there was a white cast. Formulation is rich and goes on well. Doesn't feel like I have a film over my skin, which is a common problem for me. Added benefit, the product doesn't pill. I've never found any sunscreen to pill, to be honest with you. And then there's another one which is, oh, it's in French. Okay, so it says, it's a little greasy for my liking. Oh, and it says it smells of plastic, but is very light, and it's a good hydrator. So really mixed reviews there, but I agree with that smell, but you can see somebody else didn't smell. So who is this for? Let me just make sure that I've covered everything for you. It's an SPF 50, it's got UVA and UVB, it may be nano, has no fragrance, it's mineral, vegan, cruelty free. Cost, what was it, £20? Yeah, I don't know, I can't remember if I've got any mineral ones that are cheaper than that. If there are, or any other mineral ones that are better than this, I'll talk about it in the kind of roundup video that I do. White cast, question mark. Reviews are mixed. Great under makeup for me. It is tinted. What skin type is it for? And I've put down compare, because a lot of you will say to me, how does it compare to such and such? I suppose the closest to this is probably the Australian Gold one that you guys know I loved. I stopped loving it because it started feeling a bit cakey on me. I don't know whether that was the new formula. Remember they reformulated it. And it also, I got burnt when I used it once. Not burnt, but my skin was red and all my freckles came out, which doesn't normally happen that quickly. So I didn't have as much trust in it. But it's probably the closest to that. But this one I would say is a bit thinner. It doesn't feel, when you put the Australian Gold one on, it feels kind of thick, and it feels like you're putting a thick layer on. This one doesn't. It's a lot more lightweight than that one. What other ones are there that I've tried? I'm trying to think. I would say this feels pretty much like the Paula's Choice mineral one. I can't remember the name of it, but it is tinted as well. I would say it's probably the closest to that I can think of off the top of my head. So I think that this is probably best for, it seems like the most glowing reviews come from people that have had trouble with breakouts and acne breakouts. So it's probably good for oily skin, and it's probably best for you if you specifically want a mineral one with no zinc and sunscreen, and especially are looking for a vegan, cruelty-free one. for me, it's not a repurchase. I'm not going to use it. I might give it to my husband to use on, I give him old SPFs to use on his arms and whatnot, because obviously he golfs, so he's standing in the sun for like 4 hours every weekend. But he might even say, it'd be interesting to see if he can smell it. I'll ask him. He gets fed up of me shoving things under his nose and going, smell that, what do you think? And it's like, really? Or I'll go, you know, this smells awful, smell it, you know, and he's like, why? I don't want to smell it. But I'll see what he thinks. But anyway, I hope that was useful. Not one of my favourites. And you guys know I loved that last one I reviewed, the Carbon Theory, and I'm still loving it. But I've got so many here to test out. That's everything for today. I will list all of my makeup in the description below. I hope you're doing well, and I'll speak to you again soon.